What's going on, traders? Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovers out there. Wanted to do a recap of the S&P 500 today, Tuesday, February 14th, of course. Markets ending basically flat. Last print for 1264, closing 0.05%. Not too much as far as momentum, but what a range today in the markets, and we'll go over that. We were watching this bull flag, which we did try to break out of on the daily. However, we couldn't get any follow through, and price ending pretty much right on that trend line now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow as the rest of the market digests CPI report that came out today. Slightly hotter than expected. We saw the consensus that we were talking about yesterday from a lot of the major banks was 6.2, and CPI print came in at 6.4. So just a little bit higher, not too much, but certainly something that the Fed is going to want to take a look at. So, like I was mentioning, we had a huge range today on the markets. A lot of money to be made to the upside and to the downside. We'll go over both those moves. But the fact that when we started selling off that we really couldn't see any downside continuation and got bought back up, I would say that overall is a bullish sign for the markets, showing real strength there, holding up. And now, as mentioned before, we're right there trying to break out of this flag. So I'm looking for some continuation to the upside tomorrow. All right, let's get into today's price action. And before we do, I did want to mention, though, that VIX, we were watching that $20 level, closing well below 20 at final print 1890. So I'll be watching 1850 for a break of that for continuation for the bulls, but we'll have to see what they give us. All right, so let's go into today's price action. Which one do we have here? Okay, let's do this one. Today, we've talked about in previous videos that 414.65 area to 415, and you can see here. Whoops. Let's go a few more days back so we can look at the price action. 10 minutes is fine, whatever. We've looked at this level before many times, and we've, like I said, talked about it in other videos. You can see here, sell reaction, and here, sell reaction. And again, we came right up into that zone, saw some sellers, and we started to sell off. Now, here in Globex, right in pre-market, obviously the volatility here with CPI, but after that, we started selling off. A lot of profit takers coming in as the markets digested the move and opening up with a little fake break lower and an impressive rally higher. But like I said, back into this big area and pretty much the highs of the day. I mean, if you want to bring this level down, sure. A value area high is sitting right there at 414.28. So if you want to bring that down, certainly could. But either way, came right into this zone that we've seen those sell reactions before, and boom, the sellers came back in with the vengeance. As we sold off here, came down again, kind of double bottomed with another long wick, another liquidity grab there, and then pop back up, retesting the 9 here on the 10, and then a nice further sell down. Now, after all that happened, actually, I tried to take a long. I took a long on calls, I believe, right around the volume point of control here at 412.25 or so, with that 412 being my risk. Obviously, I got stopped out of that. Did take a little long here and got this push on MES, which was nice. I didn't play options on that one. And then I got out most of them up here, and then I got stopped out the rest of my runners as we sold off. But then obviously I was noticing this falling wedge setup going on, and I had mentioned on Twitter that 408.60 area I believe was a short target. I was talking about if that 404 409.55 broke, that we would likely head down into that zone as a potential short target. We did come into that and lining up pretty nicely with value area low here at 408.50. And at that point, we did initiate a long position in MES, and we got some SPY calls here, and we started taking profits obviously on this momentum, and had this beautiful candle here which really paid us, and we scaled out of most of everything just into our runners here. Had to hold through a little bit of fake outs, but this was fine. We held, and we got out the rest of our position up here by these highs. And certainly as we sold off a little bit into the end, I just really wasn't interested in well, especially the options, I wasn't interested in holding, but I wanted to focus on other things, so I got out of the futures as well. But another way, if you wanted to look at this, if you don't want to trade, if you're not looking at maybe supply or demand or anything like this, another thing I was noticing, and I just wanted to point out another way to look at things. Oh, whoops. Here we go here. And sorry about all the lines, but you'll have to deal with them. Another thing I was looking at as we were selling off was that we came right into this 61.8 extension, retracement, came right into that, and a fake break, and then we could along, that could have been your long once we recaptured there, or you could have gone long right around that recapture of the 409.50 area that I had been mentioning was important. If we cracked, we would head lower some, but certainly a recapture of that would be a bullish sign, so that could be another entry as well. But I just wanted to show another way that you could be looking at the market if you were using fibs, if that's your thing. Something that I had noticed when I got interested in potential longs as well. So so we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Like I said, we're just hanging out. You could see the bull flag that we've been watching. We're hanging out just right on it. And let's get rid of this and just take a look at the flag itself. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Okay, beautiful. So here's a little bit closer picture of the flag that we have been watching develop. And as you can see, we're pretty much hanging out right at that downtrend, potential BRB for tomorrow. Right under volume point of control, though, I must have to point that out, but not too far, easily attainable to get over. But let's watch. This could be the launch pad here to be able to push us up back higher tomorrow. We've got the moving averages here and the hourly curling and moving just under price action, which is good. Let's just take a quick look at the 4-hour chart. Still above all, both the moving averages here, crossover, and just sitting here again. So we'll have to see. Value area high here, 414.92. So that could be an area that we might gun to tomorrow, or if you are long overnight or take a long tomorrow, would be a potential profit target. I like how we're closing over VPOC here though on the 4-hour, so that is nice. VPOC sitting at 410.86. And I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. We'll see if we get any continuation to the upside, if this proves to be a BRB for a push. If we can start to break over that 415 and certainly these pre-market highs here, let's look for going higher. Maybe we could get the top of this shelf here, which would be top of the profile, 418.65, 62, 60. We'll call it in that range. Let's look for that. And if we do break these lows, I think we would really have to break this candle here. So probably under 408. So if we get under 408, then I would be looking for possibly some more downside. And let's just come in a little bit. Yeah, see, and it would be the value area low here. So yeah, if we break down that 408, look to maybe fill out this section of the profile. I'm not sure if we'll get all the way back down to 404, but it's possible that we come in, maybe test these highs here. Look at this double bottom wick. So I would watch out for maybe 407.55 area. 60 looks like could be a target. And if that breaks, then I probably would be, looking maybe for that 406. I mean, a lot of price action here, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. My bear bias coming into tomorrow is still going to be bullish, but of course I'll have plans for either direction. Give you guys some levels on both sides, so watch out for them. Hopefully that helps you formulate a plan with your trading, and be flexible, of course. Like I said, even though I'm bullish, I'm totally willing to flip short if the chart says so. All right, team, I hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. If you have plans, if you like the content, like the video, please like, subscribe. Agree with me, disagree with me, feel free to leave a comment. I would love to see your guys' thoughts and opinions, and I certainly will reply to you as well. All right, have a good one and take care.